up, Mitches and Mitchettes? This is the New Jersey Juggernaut, aka Alex Lexus, hitting you with the head crush. Now, breaking news from Gamescom, a couple of things, trying to keep it more fighting game related, but apparently the Xbox One X Project Scorpio Edition is now available for pre-order. Just to dabble on a couple things with the delay of Crackdown and a couple other setbacks. I mean, it's bad enough that you have the media kind of being anti-Microsoft, but the fact that Microsoft is being anti-Microsoft is kind of crazy because as of right now, what's the true incentive of getting an Xbox One X? I'm just, I'm not trying to be a naysayer, but I've always supported Microsoft, but they got to get their stuff together. But in any case, we're moving on to the real reason for this video. Dragon Ball FighterZ and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite dropped some interesting news. And starting off with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, the full roster or the launch roster is already out. So I mean, like Shinra and Thumb Thrasher Gaming, we were talking about a couple things. This is right now it seems lackluster, but one thing that I noticed with Monster Hunter finally understanding what that beast was in the last story trailer before the final. That is one of the monsters infected by the symbiote. So obviously Venom's presence is going to be there on some level. But, touching on, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite for right now, obviously, I'm going to get it, Shinra's going to get it. I'm trying to see if I'm going to do the PC version or if I'm going to do the Xbox version. I'm leaning more along the lines of the PC because of the mods, shaders, things like you can manipulate it a little bit. And I think that Microsoft and Sony needs to start opening the door for those types of mods, because I mean honestly, with what I saw with Street Fighter V and all the mods I'm able to use, that is fun, that is awesome, and they're not going to lose revenue by allowing this, because if you think about it, you have to buy the costumes in order to open the slots to do the mods, so it's a win-win. You know what I mean? But in the same right too, you had some people doing the Alex Street Fighter 3 mod or whatever, and Capcom went ahead and did it, and people still bought it. So I think it only serves to help and kind of gauge what should be happening. So I challenged Microsoft and Sony, and even Capcom with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, the characters they denied us, I think that allowed folks to mess around with it. If we're not going to see Wolverine, let us put Wolverine in there. If like Silver Surfer, I remember a couple of Comic-Cons, I think Comic-Con 2010, I actually asked the Marvel panel, told TQ Jefferson, oh, okay, what's going on with Human Torch? What's going on with this and that? And TQ Jefferson said if they were to give me a comic book name, they'll call me the Fisher, because I was really digging, and it seemed as if, how do you know this stuff, or why would you ask these questions? And now, about 7 years removed from that date, it pretty much was with Silver Surfer, they did not have a way of getting his board to work. How would Silver Surfer function in Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate? You know what I mean? So it was just a lot of things that I think if they allow for the PC folks to do things hey, we'll show you how to do it right, But the Soul Stone, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, will revive a down player. Interesting. I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of fitting, but still, too, they should have some limits to it, because imagine if somebody just kept reviving and reviving and reviving. Hopefully it's not an abusable tool. So that's just one thing to. We'll see how that works out. But Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is right around the corner. So even though Dragon Ball right now is taking the world by storm with the February release date, tentative February release date, but I wouldn't mind if they delayed it just to make sure it's right, because it's on the right track. And New Gaming Order, Thumb Thrasher Gaming, and Geeking Out will be playing Dragon Ball FighterZ at Comic-Con, and we're gonna get extensive footage. Even if I have to come out of pocket and get like the ROG Swift 720 just to stream that for you guys, because the Jacob Javits Center does have Wi-Fi, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. If anybody who participates in the show or does any donation, anything going towards the camera or that PC that I'm trying to work on, that would be great. I'm telling you, we're gonna get you footage this year, some good stuff. But Dragon Ball, they showed the trailer seeming like the androids are gonna be the protagonists, mainly the Android 16. Maybe I read that wrong on Event Host, but it looks as if the Z fighters and everybody look like they're zombies or they're bad, and the androids are kind of like the heroes. I kind of like that angle, and I just hope that it's open where they can allow for different story packs to be downloaded. You know what I mean? Different episodes. Street Fighter needs to follow suit, like, A Shadow Falls episode 1, and the Rise of Ed episode 2, or leading into Street Fighter 3, the foundation of the Illuminati or whatever. No, make it where the games progress story-wise, but then still keeping, the 2D aspect of it running rampant. But yeah, Shinra and I were chatting on Facebook. It looks like 17 is not going to be a playable character. I think it should be Android 17 and 18. Not 18 with 17. Like, it's kind of like you're kicking him to the back. Make it where they're the one character, but they fight in tandem. There's a lot of 17 fans who are not going to be happy with that. So I guess they didn't want to have a redundancy with different type of characters, which brings me to the whole thing with Super Saiyan Blue, Vegeta, and Goku. Like, they're going to try to make them play different, but it's a disappointment. That should be a transformation. Golden Frieza is embedded in the original Frieza. So why not do the same for these guys? I think it's a waste of a character slot, and it was almost like, you have Bone Claw Wolverine, regular Wolverine, and that's dumb, really dumb. That's one, like, again, another strike against Dragon Ball. That's 2, but still, I'm going to get it anyway. So, with that being said, rate, comment, and subscribe.